Welcome to the Jahn Eamiq Show, starring Jahn Eamiq. Hey everybody, I'm back. Hey, check it out. Today we got a nice show. We're gonna talk about some business today. We're talking about why is housing so expensive. Be back in a few ticks. Yeah, man. Housing prices are an absolute joke. Come on, man. Even if you want to rent a house, it's out of this world in prices. Gas prices up high, dude. It's crazy, man. I know a lot of you out there are dealing with this issue. Man, that's what I'm saying. Some people think that buying a house ain't a good idea. I think buying a house is an excellent idea when the market is right. When the rates are super low, you know what I'm saying? Get you a lock price and you don't have to worry about all this stuff, prices going up, inflation and all that. And I live in the most expensive state in the country, probably in the world, but definitely in the country, man, California. So I'm used to this, man. It's all about adjustments, but it's still don't give it any excuse, man, for these prices to be this high, man. It's ridiculous, man. Today I'm going to talk about the prices of renting a house, the prices of buying a house. Back in 2008, what I went through a little bit, history, how I bounced back from that. It's all about adjustments. But right now, let's start with the prices in California. Man, I'm looking on the internet. On Zillow, I always mess with Zillow. For some reason, maybe I just like the name or something. I don't know. But Zillow always gives me what I want. So I'm looking at the house. I'm just skimming through, man. They got one, the average price is like $400,000-$500,000. And they regular houses. They could possibly be in the hood for all I know. They got one that you could tell it just looks like it's hood for $199K. 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, but it's an auction. Good luck at that. I've never been in an auction before, but I'm sure it ain't easy. And, you going against people with a lot of money. You just a regular person like me. We'll go up in there with people with a lot of money, man. Good luck on that. Plus, I'm sure it's a good old boy network in that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just scrolling down a little bit more. That's an auction house. That's why it's so low, but it still look hella hood. They got a humongous house for $624,000, almost damn near close to $250,000. But I mean, way over $500,000. That's ridiculous for a house, dude. Can you imagine what your payment would be? Your payment would probably be like $3 or $4 grand a month. Good luck with that. Who gonna give you a job, especially if you black, to pay $3,000, $4,000 a month for a house note? Good luck with that. That sounds like a trap to me. I like to be safe, man. I like my payments low as possible. I know I can't mess with no $3,000, $4,000 a month. Even if I could, I wouldn't. But let me scroll down a little bit more, man. You got mobile homes. I don't know why people shoot down mobile homes, man. Mobile home is good to me. The only thing about the mobile homes and them trailer parks, I know trailer park got a stigma, the name trailer park. But the good thing about the trailer parks, dude, and the mobile home communities is that the prices are super low. The bad thing, which I don't like at all, is the HOA. People could tell you what to do. Nigga, if I'm paying $1,500 plus a month for anything, as far as home ownership goes, I don't want no HOA telling me what to do, man. And for y'all don't know, HOA stands for Homeowners Association. Basically, a HOA is like a racist club, a racist group of people that tells you what to do, man. I dealt with that, man, when I lived in Texas. We was minding our own business, man. we were homeowners, quote unquote, because you really don't own the home. If you miss your taxes, they'll take it away in an instant. And 90% of people probably don't, own their home outright anyway. So the bank owns the home. If the bank don't own the home, then basically the city government basically owns it if you don't pay them taxes, basically. But anyway, back to my story, man. Yeah, minding my own business in Texas. I was a homeowner. They just made up stuff, man. They said we were getting letters talking about your trash cans is out. This is a warning. Your trash cans this, trash cans that, landscape this, landscape that. Man, it wasn't nothing wrong with my shit, man. But they were getting, I remember, they were just trying to run me out the neighborhood, man. It was a nice suburb in Texas, like a Dallas area suburb. I'll never mess with a HOA again. Never. So you get the gist of it, man. The home, the prices are ridiculous. $435. About the average price is about $500,000. Don't that sound crazy? $500,000. And then the things that are affordable are the mobile homes. The mobile homes are affordable, but if you want to live in one, I don't know. It's up to you. The HOA scares me when it comes to mobile homes. But let's go to houses for rent in Sacramento. That's the area I'm looking at. $2,000 to rent a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. Hell no. You got neighbors on top of you, on side of you, everywhere. If they nasty and got roaches, then you have roaches. You could be the cleanest person in the world. And if your neighbor's nasty and stank, then you finna get that into your house, the roaches and all that. And they nosy, and they'll break in your shit. I had my shit broken into, man. I was a newlywed. And me and the newlywed wifey, man, we went out. Sometimes, you just get that feeling, man, that somebody's watching you, but you just get a feeling. And we just got that weird feeling, man, but we couldn't pinpoint anything. So we only lived in there about a month. It was a nice apartment, man. Right by everything, by the job, decently priced. Back then, it was about $1,000 a month. This was like 20 years ago, so that's how nice it was. And then one day we come back, man. It's a basketball in the living room. I just did a double take. It didn't dawn on me that somebody broke in. It was a basketball sitting in the living room. And then it dawned on me, man, wait, this ain't mine. So we looked all around the house, man. They got me for a nice watch. Somebody gave me the watch because I was, quote unquote, signed to a record label, but that's a whole nother episode. But that record label gave me a watch. Niggas signed me for a watch. Now that I look back on it, that's pitiful. I don't even know if it was real. It wasn't a Rolex, but it looked like one. Anyway, they stole that. They stole some checks. Them niggas went out, cashed some checks. Granted, it was 20 years ago, but man, dude, they had cameras back then. And why wouldn't you ask for ID for somebody cashing a check? So we felt like the store they went to was in on it too. It was one of them hood stores, like the hood fashion stores, where you can buy the hood clothes. All the hoods got it. Them little fashion stores and shit, the ones you see in the movies. And then people music videos. What else they give me for? A big bucket of change. I mean, these niggas was grimy, man. And it was just the feeling. I didn't care about the material things. The feeling sucked. To just have a motherfucker in your house. But anyway, they almost got caught, man, because that's why they left the basketball. Because we walked in and they was walking out. Or we was opening the door and they got up out of there, out the back door. Of course, nobody's seen it. Of course, nobody's seen it. We asked around, did the police report and all that. The only good thing out of that is that we got out of that apartment because they broke in. We didn't feel safe, so we was able to get out that lease. Oh, the reason why, now that I think about it, the reason why we was able to get out that lease is because it was a whole bunch of break-ins throughout the apartments that they didn't tell nobody about. Punk-ass apartment management didn't tell nobody about the break-ins. So we used that as a reason. We were supposed to be told about the break-ins. You didn't tell us. let us out the lease, and they did. And then we parlayed that into our first home. You know what I mean? So I might as well finish this story about our first home experience. So we bought our first home at a good price. We found the right person. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh blessed us into finding the right people. We got it at a nice price. It was a small home, but it was ours. Fixed price. When you got a mortgage that low, that was back when mortgages were low. About 2001 ish. And we stayed there for about 3 years, 2-3 years. And then the market shot up. That was a market bubble. That's how the market is, man. It goes up and down, up and down. So if you catch a house, if you want to buy a house, you got to buy it at the down market when everything is low. And then sell it when everything is high. I'm thinking the average time that the market goes up and down is every 5 to 7 years. So it's all about timing, man. Right now it's bad to buy a house, but it's going back down where it'll be cool to buy a house. Just hang in there. But anyway, we bought our first house, stayed there a few years. It was all good. A few years went by, market bubble, market blew up. This was like the 2005, around 2005. So we was there about 3-4 years. 2005, when the market blew up, we sold that house, had a nice little profit, bought another one. This was when they was giving out them predatory lending loans. Like this was back when you didn't even need to have no backup. You could just write on paper, nigga, I make $1 million. And they'll be like, okay. Credit was like, back then it was like 600. That was enough. So they was like, they gave us whatever loan we wanted. That's how we fell into the trap. They knew we couldn't afford it, man. But predatory lending, you can look that up. Maybe I'll do a segment on that down the line. So we got caught up in the predatory lending thing, but we got that house and we bought another one. That's when we moved to Texas. So we rented that house out. I wasn't making no money off of it. We rented it and we still had to pay a couple $100 just to cover the expenses. So we was losing. We rented it out and was losing money. Do that make any sense? But we was learning, you know what I'm saying? It's all about learning. That's the only way you're going to learn. We didn't really have anybody that could show us the game. We had to learn all on our own. So we moved to Texas, rented that one out in the Bay Area, moved to Texas, Dallas area, bought a nice house for a nice price. Predatory lenders got us in another one. So we had 2 houses with the predatory lending. Anyway, years go by. House market crash of 2008. I know y'all heard about that. Where the market just crashed. Everything went down. The housing. We had it. Oh yeah, by the way, we had an adjustable rate too. So adjustable rate on the mortgage means if the market is bad, then your payment shoots up. So our payments shot up. We basically lost everything over time that we gained, that profit we made from selling that first house. And we just got hit with everything everybody else got hit with in 2008. Lost it all, man. Lost it all. But we bounced back though, man. You can always bounce back. We had young kids and everything when we lost it all. 3 kids, all under 5. 1 newborn. One was like 3. One was like... One was newborn, one was 3, one was 5. Something like that. That was the crazy, man. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But we bounced back though, man. I had the studio business that was doing good. Wifey went to nursing school during that time. We bounced back. It's all about bouncing back, man. You got Yahweh on your side. You gonna make it. So we moved back to Cali. We started all over, man. And now would be a good time to take a little music break. And I'll tell you the rest of the story. I'll be back in a second. Through the matrix, they ain't fooling me no more. Now I see the pyramids and the checkerboard floors. Now I can see through
the matrix. Try to hide the all-seeing eye.
With Yahweh on my side, you can't lie to me no more. With Yahweh on my side.
I saw this dude on YouTube. He was speaking the truth on YouTube. Saw a link in the bottom of the comments. I bypassed the trolls and they nonsense, cause I'm trying to progress with my life. But let me get back to that one night. So I clicked on the link. My mind was blown from all the shit I synced. The queen bee was turning to a demon right before my eyes. All this time, it was hidden in plain sight. But now I found the light. I found the light. Yahweh. Now I can see through the matrix. They ain't fooling me no more. Now I see the pyramids and the checkerboard floors. Now I can see through the matrix. Try to hide the all-seeing eye.
With Yahweh on my side, you can't lie to me no more. With Yahweh on my side. You've been listening to the Jahn Eamiq Show. Yeah. Let me finish this story, man. So, we lost everything in Dallas like everybody else in 2008, 2009. We just got swallowed up by that Great Recession, as they call it. But we bounced back, so we moved back to Cali with everything, man. We left so much behind, man. That's how much we wanted to start all over. So we had a whole bunch of stuff that accumulated over the years, man, over 6, 7, 8 years. And then we just loaded what we could fit into a trailer, in a U-Haul trailer, man. And it wasn't even a big one. I think it's only one size. So whatever you can imagine, that U-Haul trailer with a limited amount of space, we fit whatever we could in there, started all over, man. Waited till we got that good tax return. Started all over. We found a house. I know you guys, not a house, but an apartment type thing, condo type thing. And what I'm about to tell you is something I'm sure you went through before if you moved across country. Never buy a house if you can help it. I'm sorry, never rent anything. Never rent, especially don't buy it, but don't rent nothing if you don't never see it. Don't go from pictures on the internet. Because that's what we did. We saw something on the internet that was nice. And we was like, wow, this is clean. This is where we living. Decent price and everything. We got there, man. The only thing, it was like one house that they used in the picture. It was a whole bunch of apartments. Condos, whatever you want to call them. Duplexes. And there was one house that they had all perfect. And they used that for all the pictures. And on the internet. It was even a gated community. On the internet, it looked good, man. But when we got there, that shit looked like a prison. All the houses except for the one they used for the pictures were shit. And they just used those for the pictures unless the manager lived in that nice one. I don't even think anybody lived in that one. We had some nightmares in there, man. We was there for 6 months. Thank God it was a 6-month lease. You know what I'm saying? And a 6-month lease. We got up out of it because it was a lot of stuff breaking down. We wanted to leave as soon as we got there, but we knew we was trapped for 6 months. So we had some bad things happen there as far as just little hood kids. And it wasn't no black hood kids. It was white hood kids. People always think that it's only black hood. I guess white hood too. We was living with some white hood people. Kids was looking all in the door. We had one of them stupid ass doors where you put the mail into the door. They just cut a hole in the door, put a flap on there. Anybody could see all up in your damn house. We used to see some dirty ass white eyes looking all in our shit. The sink was all broke, man. That shit was a nightmare. I remember we slept on air mattresses. We was starting all over. So I can remember that, man, just hitting that floor, that hard, cold floor with the air mattresses, trying to find out what was learning the area, because I never lived in that area before. It was crazy, man. But we bounced out of it. You could see a theme here, right? No matter how hard it get, You gonna bounce out of it. Yah gonna get you out of it. Yahweh ben Yahweh gonna get you out of it. So we got out of that, man. And just, that's when I went back to school. I had an episode on me going back to school. And you can listen to the rest of the story on that episode. But let me get back to the rents, man. How crazy rents are, man, and buying houses are. All right, so we already looked in Sacramento, right? Now let's look. We looked at the apartments in Sacramento. Those were actually, we didn't look at the apartments yet, but now we are. $3,000 a month for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo. That's crazy. Oh, these are houses for rent. My bad. But that's still crazy though. That's more than the mortgage. So they want you to pay higher prices to rent than you would pay for a mortgage. These are houses for sale. Another one we got here, they just averaging about $2,500 a month, which is crazy, man. I see some shit that look like some old Victorian bullshit. $2,650 a month. House look like it's haunted as hell. Fucking a Halloween scary house. Almost $3,000 a month. They out their damn mind, dude. But yeah, like $2,500 is average. Let's go to the apartments for rent out here in Northern Cali. If you want to live downtown, you know they're going to charge you down there $5,000 a month if you're trying to live downtown. But let's go to some more realistic prices. Like, quote unquote realistic, because they're not realistic. But, in the context of what we talking about, it's realistic. So $2,000, $2,100. The same damn near as the houses. So the houses and the apartments are the same amount of money. And they range from $2,000 to $5,000. I'm trying to look for a little hood area to see how much it is. They got all the nice stuff that nobody can afford at the top. And this is an example. I wish you could see this. It looks all nice in the pictures, but I'm sure when you get there, it don't look nothing like this. So make sure if you ever rent anything, make sure you can get there and look at it first, or have a family member. It'd probably be even worth it for one of y'all to fly out to the place and check it out and get it together if you can, because 9 times out of 10 it ain't gonna be like it is on the internet. So we already know it ain't nothing new. It ain't a surprise that California is hella expensive, man. So I looked up cheapest places to live in the country. Top 10 cheapest places to live in the country is, I'll just name a couple off. Fort Wayne, Indiana, Wichita Falls, Texas, Brownsville, Texas. That's 2 places in Texas. So Texas sound like it's pretty reasonable, especially compared to where I'm at in Cali. You got South Bend, Indiana, Dayton, Ohio, Toledo, Ohio, Indiana, Evansville, Buffalo, New York. I don't know if I believe that. But that's down at the bottom of the list. But like Ohio and Texas, that seems like nice places where you can have an affordable place to live. But let's drill down on one of these. Let me go to Brownsville, Texas, and see how much the houses are for sale. Brownsville, Texas, it's about half the price of Cali. So if you're trying to move somewhere, if you're trying to buy a house, yeah, Texas will probably be a good place for you. 4-bedroom, 4-bath, $175,000. Another one, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, $183,000. So that's way better than Cali. And this one is unbelievable. New construction. They look like a little mini mansion. 3-bedroom, 3-bath, almost 2,000 square feet. About $269,000. Yeah, that's not bad. But look, here's the catch. The interest rates are hella high, man. Now, if you'd have bought this about 2-3 years ago, yeah, it'd have been nice. Dream home for $270,000. Payment would have been about $1,500 a month. Something like that. $1,400 a month, maybe even $1,200 a month. But now the interest rates are so bad. That same house right now costs you about per month 3 to 4 thousand a month. Good luck with that. Ain't no way I'm paying that. But anyway, let's move on, man. To that's houses for sale. Houses for rent, ridiculous prices. 3 bedroom, same amount of space and all that, 1,900 a month. So you see you see the pattern here, man. They're trying to get you no matter which way you go. They making it the same price to buy and rent a house. That is crazy. Back in the day, man, it used to be way cheaper to rent a house. Like 3, 4, 500 20 years ago, you could find you something for 350, 450, 550 a month. Now you can only barely get a room for that. That's crazy, man. But anyway, apartments. Last thing I'm gonna do for this segment of the show, apartments out there in Brownsville. They about the same as far as they actually not that bad. Brownsville apartments are like 600. You can get a one bedroom for 600 and something a month, 700 a month. So Brownsville, Texas, if you're looking for affordable places to rent, just to gather up, get your life together, there you go, man. You can get you decent amount of places. You got options out there for $600-700 a month. But like I said, the interest rates are crazy. So you can't buy nothing unless you just, I don't know. You just can't buy nothing, man, right now. You'd have to wait it out. You'd be an idiot to pay these rates. And you know, like I said earlier, that what goes up must come down. The market's going to crash, I guarantee you. Then you go in and buy a house. But in the meantime, do the best you can and rent something. Yeah. But let me get back to my story. I know I said it was over. One more thing I wanted to tell you. I just always had some crazy neighbors, man. When I moved back, started all over, we started bouncing back out here in Sacramento. I wanted to tell you this before I shut the show down today. I had to tell you this. We always had some crazy racist white female neighbors that always either called the police on us. We had one place where we lived, and our kids were little. The apartment was like duplexes, so you sharing a wall. So our kids was little toddlers, so they just walking around the house normally, man. Not even running, just walking around the house like toddlers do. Toddlers just walk around. They wasn't even jumping and stomping and dancing. They was just walking around the house. This punk ass white cunt. Don't fucking call the police on us. Talking about we had our kids banging on the wall on purpose to get on her nerves. That's what she told the police, and the bitch ass, punk ass, racist police believed her. Who in the fucking in their right minds would be like, okay, kids, stop watching cartoons, stop eating, stop playing. This is what I want you to do. I want you to bang on the wall to get on this white lady nerves. We don't know her. She ain't never did nothing to us. But we want you to bang on the wall just to get on her nerves. All right, Dad. Okay. We're going to bang on the wall. Nigga, that sound hella stupid. Why would we do that? Anyway, this cunt lied. Called the police. And the bitch ass police come to the door talking about this what the lady said. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And you already know what happened with the police. I don't even have to go into that. The police didn't believe us. So what could we do, man? So we talked to we just had to move. The lady was trying to run us up out of there. That's what these people be trying to do, man. That's a pattern right there too. They see some black people trying to be cool. Black people trying to just get along as far as do their thing. Stay low profile, not really do nothing. But, you know, they trying to get you out of there just because you black. Because they don't want you there, man. Same old story. But anyway, yeah, that's what happened in one more place. We was there, this last place I'm going to tell you about, we lived there for a while. We rented a house. House market was good. We only paid about $1,000, man, for a 3-bedroom. Not even $1,000. It was like 900 and some change for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. We was there for a while. They never really went up in price or nothing. They just had a little annual inspection. We took care of it. We cool people like that. And then everything was good with the house, the price and everything. And I was going to school. Wifey was doing her nurse thing. So we was doing our thing, bouncing back hard. Maybe that's why the neighbor was hating on us. She used to call the punk ass neighbor was a white lady once again. And I'm not saying all white ladies are like this, because I done work with some beautiful, spirited white ladies. And so this is just the ones I ran across. So this white lady, she found out where we live. She was trying to control when we cut our yard, when we raked our leaves, and just trying to control us. So whenever we didn't cut the lawn to her liking, if we let it get too long, she would call the property management company. And then the property management company would call and harass us. So that's the way she got to us. One called the police, the other one called the property management. That's how it is, man. So don't ever get an HOA. And don't try not to rent if you can. I mean, if you have to rent, good luck. I mean, just hopefully you don't get no neighbors like that, man. But if you can, I would buy a house, man, when the market's low. I'm sorry. That's what I would do. And that's the advice I give. When the market's low, that's when you buy a house.
Now for today's weather report.
Man, today is a beautiful day. Finally, we got some relief out here in Sacramento, man. It's a nice, warm, sunny 81 degrees. And it's just going to be sunshine all the way through the day into the night. Sun's going to set around 7:16 p.m. according to the phone. But it's all up to Yahweh, though. We know that. Rest of the week is looking good, man. 80 degrees all the way for the rest of the week. We might get some rain for Sunday. I love rain, man. I'm a rain person. Fall, winter person myself. So I really hope Yah allows it to rain. If Yahweh allows it to rain, that would be awesome. If not, then it's what he chooses. You know, we finally out of those. Hopefully we finally out of those fires, man. Hopefully fire season is over. And I don't want to see no more 100-degree weather until way next year, until a year from now. Now let's get into some news. Top stories today. Black people want reparations. Feel pessimistic after George Floyd. What the hell? George Floyd? That was a long time ago. Why are they talking about George Floyd? Anyway, let's go to the next story. Chick-fil-A says tweet that seemed to refer to the black community was poor. Let's break that one open real quick. So Chick-fil-A says a tweet that seemed to refer to the black community that we were a poor choice of words. Huh? Chick-fil-A's response on Twitter about a menu item went viral after social media users said the tweet called out the user's race. Chick-fil-A is under fire and said some Twitter bullshit, whatever. That shit's boring. I don't care. Fuck Chick-fil-A. I don't know why people eat there. I guess their shit is good. I'm just not a Chick-fil-A fan. I try not to eat meat anyway. I rarely eat meat. Probably during the winter, maybe a couple times. I don't know. I just don't mess with meat anyway. Chick-fil-A is not my thing, but I got a lot of people that I know and family that love it, so good for them. They don't do nothing for niggas though, so let's move on. A black pastor arrested while watering his neighbor's flowers. I don't even want to get into that, man. Why would you water your neighbor's flowers? That's hella stupid. You asking for trouble, man. Just mind your own business. You know what I'm saying? Just mind your own business. But anyway, that's all for the news today. Let's play one more song, man, and then we're going to do a recap. Be right back.
back with the Jahn Eamiq Show.
Welcome back. And let's just do the recap, man. We basically was talked about today why housing is so expensive and rent. They're both expensive. Why? Because of greed. We all know that. People just can't get enough money, man. They can't get enough money, dude. It's ridiculous, the prices out there. How many yachts do you need? How many billions do you need? They just never get full. It's never enough, man. California, we all know that's the most expensive place in the country. If you're trying to find something affordable and start over, Brownsville, Texas, or places similar to that, just do your own research. You know what I'm saying? I went over my experience with the 2008 crash. History repeats itself, so you know we'll see that again at some point. And we're basically at that point. All we need is that house rate to go down. We're at that point because it can't get no higher than this. The bubble's about to burst is basically what I'm saying. The bubble's about to bust. And just, crazy rate. Every neighborhood got them crazy racist neighbors. So just do the best you can. I mean, that's kind of unavoidable. But just do the best you can. Don't go and smack nobody upside the head and go to jail. It ain't worth it. And the main lesson for today is if you lose everything, if you got Yahweh ben Yahweh in your life, you're going to gain it back, man. It's just a test. You could bounce back. And that'll be all for today. Talk to you next time. And don't forget to visit the website. It's called blessedchannel.com. Recently launched. That's where everything is. blessedchannel.com. Got my movies, my films, documentaries, all my podcasts, and my music. Could be downloaded and watched there. Take care. Until next time on the Jahn Eamiq Show.